Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome people to episode 446. Is that correct, Rebecca? I'm looking at you.
I don't know.
I think it is. I'm
Keep
fairly certain it is episode 446. Let me double check. We're not editing this out, people. We're keeping it. We're keeping it. It is. I was right. Shouldn't have doubted myself. Should always go with your first instinct. It's Film Bastards, guys. I want to co-host Matt Foster, and as ever, I am joined by
Becky Foster. Hello, everyone.
And Ian will be back with us shortly. He's urinating and getting something to drink. Hopefully they are not connected to that. But who can say in these heady times? So what have we got this week? Well, we've just recorded The Great Bastards, the first episode of our Baslam films for patrons. £2 a month, guys, just to seamlessly plug our patrons right at the start of the show. Also, we are a Pod Syndicate podcast. There's loads of Pod Syndicate podcasts out there, like the Rewatch Project, Chinstroker versus Punter, His Film, Her Movie, the Alien Sequel, things like that. So you should go and listen to some of those, because they're cool. But you should listen to us first. So don't pause and then go listen to that. Listen to us first.
Yeah, don't go away.
Don't go away. So yeah. So it's here. I think this is the very last.
The last of the mythological movies.
Of the pre-pandemic movies coming out, and it is a biggie. It's Top Gun Maverick. We're going to get into that later. We're now cruising
Wow.
with Top Gun Maverick.
That was gross.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go cruising if Glenn Powell was there.
If what?
Glenn Powell was there, I'd go cruising. What?
No.
What? That man is a walking boner. And I don't mean like the frat fucking
Jesus.
boy. Someone's going to get fucking
Christ.
date raped.
I don't know who you're referring to. Let's have a look.
You don't know how...
Glenn Powell,
Powell.
maybe the hottest man alive right now.
Yeah, he is. He also manages to be... What? Right, before we get into Top Gun Maverick and before we get into other things, right, can we have a conversation with why Glenn Powell isn't a huge fucking movie star yet?
He's fucking gonna be after this. Like, people are already saying he should be Johnny Storm in the MCU Fantastic Four. That is some fucking interesting casting, and I hope Marvel are fucking listening to that.
It's just everything you see him in, he's brilliant in it. He's really fucking charismatic. And honestly, the gift I'm about to show Rebecca, which is a gift that I have sent to the boys earlier, maybe the greatest porn that has ever existed.
What, better than when that other man flexes in Top Gun, the first one? When he goes like...
Yeah, it's better than that. It's up there. It's up there with Jamie Dornan and Pommel Horse.
Oh, no, it's not.
I think it is. I think it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's up there with Jamie Dornan, Pommel Horse. Yeah. When I go to the St. Peter's Gates...
I think I've got the wrong idea about your boy chat. Is your boy chat just is there you sending each other gifts of other boys being hot? Because that's not what I anticipated.
On
Occasionally.
On occasion.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all right.
Like, Glenn Powell is fucking delicious.
he is.
Like,
Yeah, he's a tasty snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got that coming up. More Glenn Powell chat. We're going to have trailers, tangents. We're going to have what we've been watching. And yeah, just hilarity will ensue. So Ian, what's been happening in the movie news?
so this is something that is probably kind of been and gone by the time this episode comes out, but I have been tickled pink by the accidental great viral marketing that Dashcam's been getting on social media over the last day or so.
Yep.
So, for those who aren't aware, Dashcam, the new film from Rob Savage, Jed Shepard and Gemma Hurley, the writers and director behind Host, comes out in UK and US cinemas in limited release on Friday. This film is not playing in many cinemas, probably because it also comes out on digital download on Monday, so not much of a window there. But somebody asked a representative of You why Dashcam wasn't playing, and they said that they had chosen to pull the film because they respect diversity and were worried that people would be offended by the content of the film. We've not seen Dashcam yet. We'll be reviewing it next week, I think.
Yeah.
But basically the main character is a COVID denier, but apparently the film doesn't exactly promote those views. Now, View have since come out and said, actually, it was for commercial reasons, this person was wrong, but the folks behind Host, and fair fucking play to them, to be clear, fair play to them, have been all out there going, watch the film that View banned. You know, watch the film you're not supposed to see. And that is shit they could not pay enough for. If I was any of the people behind Dashcam, and I was like, what would I rather have? View play my film, probably one late show a day for a week, or have the fucking marketing of being able to say a representative of View said, we're not showing the film because we're worried it might offend people. I know what I'd pick.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking genius. I think they're going to have to be careful how they play it now. You know, just in terms of, like, View have put out a statement saying it's not that. And it looks like View are getting a lot of shit from people for it. So I think there probably does need to be a case of correcting the record there. Because, you know, fair play, they're not playing. The reason why they're not playing it is because it's got a 3-day theatrical window. And I'd certainly respect that. But it's fucking genius marketing. And people, I've noticed people kind of now going, you lot know really why this isn't, why this wasn't really being played. You need to, like, people don't fucking believe that. It's genius marketing, and I can see why they've been ramming the shit out of it. For what it's worth, it's playing the cinema close to me, but it is playing twice a day, and the earliest showing is 10 to 10 at night. So I'm going to have a fucking job being able to see it in the cinema. And I want to see it in the cinema because apparently it works really well with a crowd. But in my head, I'm thinking 10 to 10 at night, how many people are actually going to fucking be there? But we'll see. I'm planning on going to see it Friday night.
I am just looking to see if it's actually playing anywhere near us.
It's literally only playing Showcase and Indies.
So it's not playing. I don't think it's playing anywhere near us, to be honest. Let me double check.
So that's the thing. There's a part of me that's going like, I feel sorry for the View social media people who are having to deal with this, probably with not that much guidance from their higher ups. But there's also a part of me that's like, if somebody from View has fucking said this, and they've obviously got that from somewhere, then fair play, rag the shit out of it in marketing terms.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not played anywhere near me. So we might be watching it on Monday, buying it. But I'm very happy to buy it on Monday.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I will be supporting this in some way that involves me parting cash.
Absolutely, yeah,
like,
without question.
For fucking sure. Like, yeah, I hope. The thing is, it's only about, I think it's about an hour and a quarter before credits, so I could probably go see it and be home before midnight. So that could be fun. It's a shame though. It's a shame, and sorry if my fart just got picked up on the mic there. I'm just going to call it out. I'm so sorry. Did it?
I don't think
I kind
so.
of
No.
thought I saw waves. Okay, that's fine. But just know that I'm polite at least. But yeah, I think it's fucking genius, and fair play to Rob and co for doing that. It's very, very funny, and good on them.
Yeah,
But also, like, if the tide turns and the View social media people are getting shit like flung at them, I don't think that's entirely fair.
yeah, there's a healthy balance we want.
Yeah, but still funny.
What else has happened in the movie world?
Oh, I don't know. Why are you asking me?
It's just been that much. I think it's been quite quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, so the Cannes Palme d'Or went to Ruben Östlund's new film Triangle of Sadness, which reminds me that I need to watch his previous films. So he directed Force Majeure, which was remade as Downhill. I've seen Downhill. I haven't seen Force Majeure. And he made the also Palme d'Or winning The Square, which again I haven't seen. So I've got some fucking homework to do. It's it's interesting that this dude has just won 2 consecutive Palme d'Ors. Like, that feels like that doesn't happen very often. And yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. I mean, the
Square's the one with Elizabeth Moss in it, isn't it?
The Square?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Is she in that?
Yeah.
I know there's a bit where like there's this like performance artist guy who pretends to be like an ape or something and goes batshit, and it's really uncomfortable for people. So really, I should probably have seen it by now.
Yeah, I started watching it and fell asleep, but nothing to do with the film. I was just very tired.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. It is Elizabeth Moss. Class Bang, Elizabeth Moss, Dominic West, Tyrion Seri. Yeah, I need to fucking watch that.
Yeah.
I was gonna. I wanted to watch it the other day. I was looking for it on both Mubi and the Criterion channel, and neither of them had it. And that kind of feels like I've just hit number wang in terms of like things that you can't find on that film not being on either of those. Yeah, we'll see. It sounds interesting. The Park Chan-wook one, Decision to Leave, I think. Did that get Best Director?
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah, oh god, that really looking forward to that film. It was a good little lineup at Cannes. I mean, Crimes of the Future, we're not going to be able to see in fucking June. It doesn't even have distribution over here yet. I found out.
Yeah. Well, apparently The Square is on Mubi, mate.
I fucking looked it up on Mubi the other day and I couldn't find the motherfucker. Are you serious? What was I typing in? I wasn't typing in The Circle, thinking I was trying to find that Tom Hanks film.
That's definitely on Mubi.
Is it really on fucking Mubi? What the shit was I doing then?
Yeah, I've just been on Just Watch, and it's come and said it's on Mubi. I've clicked on a Mubi.
Oh, fuck me.
I don't have Mubi, but because I've cancelled it, I managed to find out I am the one person who's managed to cancel Mubi.
Woo!
Oh, no number wang for me then. There it is. Why the fuck did I not see that? There's 2 films. No, there are 3 films called The Square on Mubi. I can't have been on Mubi. What the shit was I on? Hang on, Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square is on Mubi. That can't be right. No, hang on, but you can't watch it. Hang on. No. Hang on now. Can I actually play it? Why are there films? There's loads of films on this, but only one of them is playable. But it's Mubi. You wouldn't be looking up films not on Mubi on the Mubi app. Alright, well, fuck me. The Square is on it. I think I'm going to watch it this week. I'm angry now. I'm angry with myself, and I'm disappointed.
Well, there you go. You've got a lovely 2.5 hours worth of satire.
If this is how I am 3 bottles deep, guys, fucking buckle up. We're going on a ride tonight.
What trailers have you watched this week, Ian?
Oh, dearie me. Right. The Man from Toronto.
Yes. From the director of The Hitman's Bodyguard and the same font as The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Hell yeah. Patrick Hughes, buddy. Let's go. Fucking yes. I love that guy basically started out with a film that we watched at Fright Fest, Red Hill, and now is just making these straight down the line fun kind of semi-blockbuster action comedies. I'm very disappointed that Jason Statham was replaced by Woody Harrelson. I love me some Woody Harrelson, but Jason Statham delivering those lines in the trailer would have been better than Woody Harrelson delivering them.
I do like the idea, though, that Woody Harrelson was known that Jason Statham was originally going to be in it and decided to just play it as doing an impression of Jason Statham.
Also true.
Yeah. Like he's gone, we're going to change the costumes up a little bit, and he's gone, duh.
Yeah, no, I mean, fair. I think this looks fun. This looks like more Patrick Hughes goodness. Patrick Hughes, thumbs up from me, buddy. You keep doing you.
I'm up for this. It looks fun. Kevin Hart doing this sort of thing, I find amusing, and it's Woody Harrelson.
Like, what was that line where it's like he's having to try and torture the guy? He's like, I'm gonna put my thumbs in your eyes so much, I'm really gonna enjoy it, or something like.
Well, what's up next?
I'll watch it because I like Woody Harrelson, but I don't think it looks very good.
Well,
but then all the trailers that we're going to speak about, I think, look pretty shit. So maybe I'm just in a miserable mood.
I just I need to see how much The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is on 4K disc. I need to own that film physically.
I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah.
That film fucking bangs. That film was so much fun.
Yeah. I just a great moment of that movie is the fact that Morgan Freeman plays Ryan Reynolds' dad in it.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's great.
Yeah. What else have we got?
Right. Pinocchio. You're going to have a teaser for Pinocchio and not show Pinocchio. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Have you seen the poster?
Oh yeah, Pinocchio in silhouette. They can't even bear to show him in colour.
And the fucking tagline.
What is it?
You can't kill what never lived.
What the fuck?
Fuck off. That's not the tagline. You are a liar.
I'm sure it's something like that.
Are you sure you haven't
That
seen,
is
like,
not the tagline for Disney's live-action remake of Pinocchio. Mark, you have been played like a fiddle, sir.
Have I? Have I been duped?
You can't kill what never lived is the tagline for a Disney film.
I think I have been duped.
Mark.
What? I'm tired. Very tired at the moment.
That's...
Yeah, I've been
mate.
duped. I've been duped. I've been duped. Somebody turned it into a horror film.
I'd watch that.
But
I mean, I would watch that as well, but mate.
I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna send you a copy of what I've been duped by.
On this Disney Plus day, you can't kill what never lived. Pinocchio, now streaming.
Would watch.
Yeah.
But also, the seagull looked really bad. That was a very bad CG seagull.
Why have they CG'd fucking Figaro? Just get a cat to roll on its back. Like, it's not hard. They do it all the time.
It's because it's Robert Zemeckis. Right, Mark, you didn't think that was a real poster.
I did, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Two things. One, I've never claimed to be a bright man. Two, I'm very tired.
Aww.
I'm claiming it's real.
I mean, they made effort with the font, and it does look like it could be a legit poster until you read the words.
You never know nowadays. I'm downloading.
Fuck me, but yeah,
I'm downloading the fucking app that they used for that.
I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, okay, it's a teaser, but also, if the effects are still, this comes out in just over 3 months. Good luck, Disney.
I don't get it. Why are we getting so many Pinocchio movies?
Oh God, it's just...
I mean, yeah, because you got the Guillermo del Toro Netflix one coming out this year as well.
Yeah, and there was one last year, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Isn't there a... Wait. Isn't there also an animated one that Paulie Shaw's doing a voice for?
Oh, that sounds right. I think that might already be out.
Yeah, and there was that one like literally like last year or the year before.
Yeah, the year before I watched it because it got nominated for like best makeup and another Oscar.
That was it. Yeah.
It was all right. It was fucking barking, but I actually think I probably would have enjoyed that one more than I will enjoy the Robert Zemeckis one.
Is that because it looks... Yeah, Pinocchio, A True Story, Paulie Shaw.
Yeah. This just looks like... Why? It looks like contractual obligation. It looks like they agreed to it, went, uh-oh, and went, I don't know, we'll just fucking come it out on Disney Plus Day.
Yeah.
Looks shit.
It looks horrible, yes.
It's a Tom Hanks starring Pinocchio, and it's just out on Disney Plus. They must have no hope for it at all.
There's a part of me that hopes that Tom Hanks is literally in it for like 6 minutes.
I mean, I think Geppetto is quite a big part of the...
Who knows nowadays?
Yeah, true. True.
What if it came out and it was actually a 12-minute short?
I think that would be better.
It's just going to be a tight 62 minutes.
Yeah, with 12 minutes of credits.
Yeah.
Not digging the look of Pinocchio. What else have we got? What else do we have? The Grey Man.
So, great facial hair.
Strong, yeah.
It's got some shot in a car park in Georgia vibes to me.
It does, yes. There's an action sequence in a trailer that you are looking at and going, was that just outcuts from the Winter Soldier?
Yeah. I hope it's good. I mean, Jesus Christ, that cast is decent.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, the fact that they put this out, like, the day after the Dead Reckoning trailer, like, was just, what are you lot doing?
Yeah, there is a certain element of, this has got to be good. Otherwise, the Russo brothers are just, oh, it was just Marvel then.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bex?
I just think it looks really uninspired, to be honest. It just... Nah. I'd like to see Ryan Gosling do something, but I just don't know that I want it to be this.
The thing is, there's rumours that this is going to come out in cinemas as well.
Right.
Well, it's not rumours. It's coming out a week. It's going to be in cinemas a week before.
Is it a week before? Is it a full week before? Is that like, I didn't know it was confirmed. I thought it was
Yeah.
a suggestion. If that's confirmed, then I'll happily go and see it in the cinema.
But again, like Dashcam, if it's only got a 1 week theatrical window, where are you going to go see it?
Well, that's it. Yeah, there's that element of it.
Come to Cardiff for the weekend. The showcase will show it. Good old showcase.
Showcase will literally show anything though, won't they? Which is good about them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, it's pretty good of them.
Yep. The latest Elvis trailer.
I think it looks really good.
I didn't watch this. Go ahead, sorry.
We saw it in cinema, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We saw it before.
Top Gun.
Looks really fucking good. I have certain worries, though.
Go on.
Well, I've said this to you before. You don't agree with me, but I still claim that I'm right.
Oh, is this the fucking music thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that if you're going to do an Elvis biopic, if you then have music that isn't by Elvis in it, it feels a little bit risky.
Yeah, I 100% don't agree with you on that.
That's fine. You could be wrong. But yeah, it more looks very much like this is going to be Austin Butler's movie, which it kind of should be.
Yeah.
But As a runtime, what's the runtime of it?
Just over 2.5.
Is it just over 2.5? See, that feels like this movie should be 2.5 hours long.
Yep.
You know, if it was like, I don't know, if it was just over 2 hours, I'd be worried, and if it was pushing 3 hours, I'd be even more worried.
Yeah.
I gotta say, right, over the last couple of weeks, I've become a lot more chill on run times when you've got fucking episodes of Stranger Things going 2.5 hours long. When you have got the last episodes, not the ones that I think have been released, but they're doing another 2 at the end of the month. The last one of the series is 2.5 hours long. If you are fucking telling me that it's acceptable for have a 2.5 hour long Stranger Things, I am just fine. Give me a 2 hour, 40-minute Elvis film. Give me a 3.5 hour Irishman. Apple, if you don't let Scorsese let Killers of the Flower Moon just be 4.25 hours long, fuck you at this point.
Scorsese has final cut on that as well.
Glorious.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I can't wait for Elvis. Sorry, despite what some of the reviews are saying, I can't fucking wait for Elvis. Like, let's just Baz Luhrmann just going mad, but it's about Elvis. That sounds fine.
Yeah, I am very much. The thing is, the kind of certain some negative reviews of it have just made me a little bit more excited.
I haven't read anything about it.
It's very much like it's style over substance. It's like a few things there. One, it's an Elvis biopic, and two, it's a Baz Luhrmann film. Of course, it's style over substance.
Yeah.
You know,
But apparently Austin Butler is amazing in it. So, like, everybody is saying, even if they don't like the film, Austin Butler's really, really good in it. So, cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The Menu.
I'm quite keen for this.
What's that?
The Menu stars everyone's favourite space alien.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were about to say Captain Gandhi. Sorry.
No. No, unfortunately. I don't think he's in it. Because he is everyone's favourite. But it does star everyone's favourite space alien, Anya Taylor-Joy. Ralph...
Okay. Of course it's Anya Taylor-Joy. Sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting again. Sorry, go on.
Ralph Fiennes, Janet McTeer, Nicholas Hoult, John Leguizamo's there as well.
Oh, wow. Cool cast.
Yep. Listen to this. Synopsis. A young couple travel to a remote island to eat an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish meal with some shocking surprises.
Yes! What? That sounds brilliant.
It's a thriller that looks a little bit... I don't know. It looks a bit mental, doesn't it, Bex?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Who's it directed by?
Mark Mylod.
Who did? What did he do?
Oh, what the fuck did he do?
He's done like Succession and some Game of Thrones bits.
Okay, that's yeah. All right.
Sure, I'm sure he did a film. Oh yeah, I do remember which film he did.
Was it the Royal Family movie?
Nope. It's 2011's What's Your Number with Anna Faris and Chris Evans.
Hell yeah!
Of course, you would know his name.
Can I just point out that's a good movie?
I don't doubt it. Is this a streamy or?
I think it might be a streamy. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good though. That's a good log line. That is.
It's a good looking trailer as well.
It is. It looks good. Yeah, it might not be a streamer. You know.
It looks like it should be an A24 movie.
It does look like it should be an A24 movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Down for that. Yeah. So.
You're not going to do the last one?
Yeah, I'm going to do the last one. The first full, proper Thor trailer, I believe it was.
Oh, yeah.
Where's everyone with this?
I kind of feel like fuck this movie.
I don't think I'm quite there yet. But I was going, I prefer to watch the movie that was in the first trailer, not this one.
Yeah.
This one looks boring, go away.
It does look boring, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just looks shit.
I hope Russell Crowe is like secretly the third top billed actor in it. He's not
I'm
gonna
looking
be.
forward to Russell Crowe because I'm always looking forward to Russell Crowe. But yeah, there's bits I'm not looking forward to.
Is one of those bits Natalie Portman?
A little bit of that, yeah. But also as well, I'm not looking forward to the fact that none of it looks real, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it looks really cheap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So apparently there is scuttlebutt that Marvel are just flinging visual effects work at the people that they give it to at the moment with all the TV projects and stuff as well, and they're just having difficulty like keeping up, and you can see that with this there was a whole thing about like Robert Downey Jr. after a certain point was like, I'm not putting the fucking Iron Man suit on again, like the head and whatnot, just CG it. And it feels like they've now gone, oh fuck it, we don't have to manufacture helmets, we'll CG them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, if the reception to this is nothing less than like basically universal love, I kind of feel like Marvel might start shitting themselves a bit.
Yeah, there's a point I think where they might start going a little bit like, fuck, have we just strangled the golden goose a little bit?
Ring
Like
Robert,
Doctor
see if there's a way we
Strange.
can bring him back with some timey-wimey shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like Doctor Strange has made a shitload of money, but that film has evaporated.
Oh, it's disappeared. Literally, when you said it there, I forgot that it existed, and we only watched it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Do you know what it gave me vibes of, this trailer?
What?
It's in one of the Thor movies, but I can't remember which one it is, where Matt Damon is playing like Thor and I think Loki.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, for Ragnarok.
And they're doing that
yeah.
Amdram play version of the Thor story.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. That stage play.
The thing
That's
is,
what the costuming looks like. That's what the styling, makeup, look of it look like. It looks fucking amateurish.
from this trailer, it looks a little bit like they've gone, we can't have any of the Guardians of the Galaxy in it at all because people think this is a Guardians movie now, and I have a feeling they're not in it a lot. But the first
they'll
trailer
be in
made
it
it look like they're in it loads. I have a feeling they're in it for like 10 minutes at the beginning and they're not at all.
Yeah, but come on, it's not like Marvel to be concerned with misleading people in their trailers. If it gets bums on seats. I think it looks crap.
I'm glad. I like me some MCU most of the time, and I'm glad they're there. But I'm also very, very glad that other films are occupying discussion, and not just in like film circles.
Yes.
You look at Top Gun Maverick. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once seemed to break out a bit as well. Like people were talking about it outside. And I'm just glad that it isn't just all MCU, and that it's not like the tide is massively turning financially, but that culturally, in the film landscape, it's definitely not all MCU.
Yeah,
And it feels like last year when cinemas reopened, it was.
Yeah, whereas now it feels like there might be a little bit of room to play a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's go play. Let's go to flight school. Top Gun Maverick is directed by Joseph Kosinski and is written by some people. And who's there? Well, Tommy's back. Of course he is. And who's he brought along with him this time? He's brought along Jennifer Connelly, Miles Teller, John Hamm, the delicious Glenn Powell, Louis Pullman's there, Ad Harris, Val Kilmer's back a little bit, Monica Barbaro's there. Who else is there? Other people are there that we may or may not care about. So yeah, what's it about? I'm going to get the... we all know what it's about, but I'm going to get the IMDb Top Gun Maverick bit so it can tell us what it's about. And let's see if it gets it right. After more than 30 years of service as one of the Navy's top aviators, Peter Mitchell, yeah, that's what it says here, is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and dodging the advancement in rank that would ground him. Okay, IMDb. That's not really what it's about, but cool. Yeah.
It's a weird fucking synopsis.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
He's not dodging a rank. They won't fucking give it him because he's too badass.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna, IMDb's good and it's treated as well, but it's only the biggest movie on the fucking planet at the moment,
Yeah.
IMDb. You could at least fucking try and not just prove that you are owned by Amazon. So yeah, it's here. It's finally here. Top Gun Maverick.
Woo!
Ian, how did your trip to flight school go?
It went well. So, this is the last of the COVID delayed films. And Paramount, right, before we get on to Top Gun Maverick, sorry. Paramount have been absolutely playing a blinder all the way through this lot. They have sold the films that they were like, yeah, fuck it, let's just make some money out of this. Yep. Case in point, Coming to America, sold that motherfucker for like tens of millions of dollars, and it just made out like fucking bandits, given what that film actually turned out to be. They held back Quiet Place Part 2, Jackass Forever, Top Gun. There are others. Actually, no, they didn't hold it back. But Scream, they dared to release Scream in mid-January when COVID was like swirling about. But they were like, "Fuck it, let's get this out there." And that film has done just under $150 million worldwide, which is pretty great. They have, with The Lost City as well, that's just gone over $100 million in the US. Like, every single one of their films they released in the cinema, I think like the last 5 have gone in at number 1. Paramount have been so fucking smart and have curried so much good favour in going, look, the stuff that we believe needs to be seen in the cinema, we are releasing in the cinema. And then they are making money hand over fist, and good on them. And it absolutely climaxes with Top Gun Maverick, and climax is a fucking appropriate word. What a film. What a fucking film. It's got issues, and I do not care. I talked about Top Gun on the last episode. I like Top Gun. I think that it's got a lot of issues. Top Gun Maverick is fucking entertainment. It is the dictionary definition of why a kid would fall in love with fucking films in the first place. Because I tell you what, folks, they're not going to films to watch fucking Ingmar Bergman when they're 8. But I tell you what they fucking would watch when they're 8. Top Gun Maverick. I was in my IMAX audience was people of all fucking ages, and you could hear a pin drop. Like, I swear to God, there were kids younger than Lottie in that screening, and didn't hear anything from any of them. Yes, a couple of times they went to the toilet and what, like, fucking, they're 6 or whatever, fine. But this audience was fucking rapt. It was the ideal of a cinema audience watching basically the ideal of a film in a cinema. Fucking bravo. We'll get into it, but there you go. Bar is fucking high. Film of the fucking year.
Nice. Bex, you're a fan of the Cruister, aren't you?
I am now.
Yeah.
There was those wilderness
Those
years.
wilderness years where you were wrong.
When I was wrong, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. So very quickly, we watched Top Gun, didn't we, this week?
Yes, we did, yeah.
And we enjoyed it, didn't
Yeah, we did.
What do you think of Top Gun Maverick?
Well, one thing I just want to say before I get into that, do you know what's great about watching them so close together?
What?
How much... like, because sometimes you can get sequels, especially when it's this long between them.
Yes.
I mean, I think this is the longest, according to IMDb. This is the longest gap between a film and its sequel. But when there is a big gap, there is sometimes kind of the characters feel different. Like, you know, Tom Cruise is significantly older than he was when he played Maverick in the first one, but he fucking feels exactly like what Maverick would be now. Like, it's such a, like, tonally and everything, as a sequel, it works so well. Sometimes there is a disconnect often there is a disconnect between a film and a sequel.
Yeah, because often the sequel, when it's done that many years afterwards, or a significant period afterwards, they try and essentially just, they try and kind of get you to go, look, this has happened again.
Yeah.
Whereas this doesn't, it just exists as a film.
Yeah, absolutely. And I liked the lived-in feel of Maverick as well. Like, it doesn't, like, Jennifer Connelly's not in the first one.
Nope.
But it doesn't explain her presence. She's just someone that he's met in the many, many years between then and now. It's just, she's just there and she owns a bar.
Yep.
It doesn't explain what's her name.
Kelly McGillis.
Not
Kelly
being there
McGillis.
because he's just some girl he shagged when he was younger.
Yeah,
like, it's
there's an element of what at the end of Maverick. Did you think they would still be together 30 years later?
Yeah, exactly. Or that it even like she'd even be referenced. You know, obviously, Iceman is there, and that scene is a beautiful tribute.
Yeah, it's very well handled.
Yeah, it is.
That,
and
it feels like Val Kilmer's on-screen retirement as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah, which is sad, but obviously completely understandable.
It is, but if he's done that on his own terms though, and he's like, nah, do you know what? I'll be Iceman one more time. I hope he'd be happy with that.
Apparently, he was quite reticent to do it because he didn't want to. It was like, I can barely talk, and was like that. They're like, we will work around all of that.
Oh no! There's more to it than that. The people that would have to make it work were like, but how are we going to make it work if you can't talk to him? And Tom Cruise just went, he's gonna be in it. We're gonna have a scene together. Work out a way.
Yeah,
and like insisted on it.
Yeah, I think McQuarrie just went, I've got a way to do this. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So yeah, and the fact that, because they could have just had it all on computer screen, but the fact that he speaks at the end of that scene, like, those might be the last words he utters on screen.
Yeah,
I fucking teared up.
Yeah.
I did a little bit. It's very. I think we're just very quickly on Malcolm. It's very easy to to look at the fact that there's an argument to say he hasn't made he's made a handful of good films in the past 20 odd years.
Yeah.
But there was a point in like the 80s to like the mid 90s where fucking hell, he was incredible. I still maintain that his Doc Holliday in Tombstone is one of cinema's great performances.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
Him, he's brilliant in Heat. In True Romance, his Elvis is just incredible.
Yeah.
And The Doors is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my little Val Kilmer appreciation. Sorry, Bex.
I'm glad his last one wasn't The Snowman.
Yes. Yeah. That's a very good point.
Another thing that's weird, actually, though, watching them back to back like we did, because obviously Tom Cruise for a long time has been Tom Cruise, kind of is whittled himself into, granted he can't add an extra 6 inches onto his height, but as close to perfection as a man of his age can be. And then watching like pre-tooth straightening Tom Cruise in Top Gun, because he never had bad teeth specifically, did he? But his centre line was off centre.
Yeah. And
watching it go from that to that is a bit like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I think it's fantastic. it's entertainment. It's not trying to change your world viewpoint or say anything hugely important, but it's just there to fucking entertain the shit out of you, and it does its job.
I very much like the fact that there's no specificity of who the bad guys are.
So, and just to break off on that for a sec, some people have been like complaining about the fucking jingoistic and like you'll like Top Gun Maverick despite yourself. No, all right, it's not going America rah rah. It's going, here is a team of people trying to achieve a really fucking difficult goal. And yes, all right, it looks very, very fucking cool flying those jets, but they also make very, very fucking clear how much work those people have to do and how dangerous it is. Like, it doesn't necessarily feel like an ad, a recruitment advert, whereas I think maybe Top Gun kind of did to an extent. But this, it just like it just wants to entertain you, like that's all it is, and it's doing it in a pretty non-denominative way, you know, like like you said, Mark, it's riled me that people have like, oh, you'll like it despite yourself. Fuck off, just enjoy things.
Yeah, it is. I think I read the article, but I sent a snapshot of an article to the boys in the boy chat. And used a chin stroker versus punter phrase from it, where the guy was basically saying that we shouldn't look at, you know, yeah, you can enjoy Top Gun Maverick, but we shouldn't forget what it represents. It's like, fuck off, you minge-faced assassin of joy.
It's about people flying planes and doing stuff that's dangerous.
Not everything has to be
a thing.
Not everything has to completely 100% represent your moral fibre.
Fuck off, you miserly bastard.
It is. There's an element of get over yourself. It's just, like you said, Bex, there, it's just a fun movie about some flying fucking planes.
I'm not going to go through it all because all of the trivia facts on IMDb are like, okay. But I would recommend you read them because it's quite fascinating, like about how because Tom Cruise... Alright, I'll go into one of them. Tom Cruise said that he'd only do the film if there was minimal green screen and CGI used.
Which is I think, one of the reasons why it looks as fucking impressive as it does, and why it engages as much as it does. This movie does not feel like it's 2 and a bit hours long.
Oh, no.
And I think part of that is because you constantly feel like it's real. It's outside, the majority of it, and it's at daytime, the majority of it. Sorry, what are you saying, Bex? Sorry, I didn't mean to jump.
So to get the in cockpit stuff,
yeah,
the actors were in charge of their cameras and filming, so they'd have to like press record, press stop, press record, press stop, touch up their makeup, touch up their hair while they were in the air and stuff like that, because they had to fly the planes and they had to be up there.
What's going on outside?
Oh, hello. My daughter's just come to deliver me beers and has just charged me increased surge.
It wasn't me.
So I said to Donna, I'll give her 50p if she gets me a couple of beers, and she said, 75p because it's the bank holiday and surge pricing.
I didn't say that.
Did you say 75p or did Mummy?
Mummy said.
Oh no. Oh, Mummy, that cheeky Mummy. All right, okay, I'm going to give you 75p, but thank you for being honest, and I'll talk to Mummy later.
No, you're not. You're not going to do that.
Okay. All right. No.
Oh, that's cool.
She's watching the sound waves. Okay. All right. I better get back to it, babe. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Love you.
Did she have a swig of your beer on the way up?
Yeah. Sorry. Where were we?
I can't remember what I was
I didn't see her coming. Sorry, she just took me off guard.
What's it? Oh yeah, so they had to do their own bits, and apparently they'd be like flying around doing bits for hours, and then just hand all the footage over when they got down, and then it was cut together.
Fucking hell. That's mental.
Yeah.
Cruise just works in his own weird little fucking way, doesn't he, on his films?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's-
can you imagine, like, signing on to a fucking Tom Cruise movie of this type and then being like, you know, it's Tom Cruise, though, right? So you're going to have to do all of this for real. Shit.
But it's just, you know, I'm sure we've been critical of Cruise in the past, and it's like, the whole Scientology thing. I'm sure there is some shady shit there, but I'd also like to think it's not shady shit that involves, I don't know, like fucking underage girls or like screwing people over in disgusting ways. Like it feels like if shit was going to come out about Tom Cruise that was really, 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 really bad, it would have. And like over the last week, like people have been sharing that video of him being asked by that interviewer whether whether he still loves Nicole Kidman or something, and like post divorce and Tom Cruise going like, that's out of line. That's out of line. You're crossing the line there. No, it's fine, but hey, and people going, what a psycho. It's like, nah, mate, he's on camera, and he'd probably like to say a lot of things, but he's not going to because he's on camera.
Yeah.
And he's media trained. So, sorry, my point is, the dude, like, does just want to be a movie star, and he's not, he's flaunting it in a way of like landing at Cannes in a fucking jet and all this kind of stuff. But he is trying to entertain people, and he seems to know that his place is an entertainer, and all of this stuff that he's making people do for these films is to entertain audiences. Is it to enhance the brand of Tom Cruise? Yeah, sure. But also, you don't see him on Instagram talking about his fucking tequila. What do you see him talking about? Movie making.
Yeah. About how you should turn off your motion smoothie.
Yeah, talking about film, like getting filmmaker mode done with Christopher McQuarrie and Christopher Nolan.
Yep.
That's, I don't know. It just, the dude's a force for good in terms of cinema. And does everything work? No. But when it works like Top Gun Maverick does, like Fallout does, holy fucking shit. And we're going to get these films. We got this. We're going to have the next 2 Mission Impossibles. And then he is going to be a character actor until the day he fucking dies.
Yeah, that's it.
And that is going to rule.
There was a great moment in this where you've got all of them playing touch football on the beach.
Yeah, there's a lot of trivia about that in the IMDb thing as well.
But there's a great bit where Cruise just sits down and just watches it for a little bit. And it's almost like him going, do you know what, I'm an old man now, let me sit down.
Yeah.
There's an element of that to it. I also do love the fact that they're all shirtless apart from Lewis Pullman, who is clearly gone, no. Nope, I don't have that going on.
But again, that's fine. It's not like he's poked at as a figure of fun.
No.
Like he's one of the slow burn. Yes, you are instantly in the main flight crew people.
Yeah, it's the great moment where he arrives and he goes, hi, and they go, how long have you been here? And he's like, I've been here the whole time. But there's no him being like a fumbler or anything like that. They just accept the fact that if he's there, he's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no, he's shit. It's just, he's just Bob.
Bob?
I love that his call sign's Bob.
Yep. I did not know it was Bill Pullman's son either.
No, neither did I. Okay, so I do have a couple of very, very mild criticisms.
Go on then, what?
One, it is startlingly obvious from when the people in the flight school are introduced who the main ones are and who the people that you will just never hear of again are. It's like, this is, I can't even remember their fucking call signs now, but Rooster and Fanboy and whatever the fuck she is, Phoenix, and these are also here. Like, it's just so obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Who are going to be the main kind of crew within the crew.
Yeah.
The other one was, it's the very definition of mild peril, isn't it? Like, even at the bits where there's like, there theoretically should be some peril, you just sat there going, yeah, but blah blah blah's just going to come and shoot him. Yeah. It's fine.
But even though you're waiting for it, I think that's part of the. It's part of like not even the tension, but part of the excitement of going. It's gonna arrive in a second, any second now. Bang! Yeah, you fucking go, Hangman, you beautiful prick.
But I mean, again, it just like it just speaks to me of that kind of like. I don't know. It's interesting whether or not I've had the same opinion if COVID never had happened. Like where it feels just precision tool to be. Yeah, you're expecting it to happen, but fuck me, is it satisfying when it does?
Yes.
And like just seeing that on the big screen with that audience now. Obviously, this film was like basically done pre-COVID. Whether I would have felt the same, but honestly, it was the. This and No Time to Die, but probably this actually was actually No Time to Die, like the last 20 minutes where like it was silence apart from people fucking sniffing, like it just the most fucking hell. This is what cinema can do. This is why people talk about seeing things on the big screen with a big audience. You know, and yeah. It just, I think knowing what we missed in COVID, I'm still very appreciative of those moments now, and I need to make sure I don't ever forget that. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick did that. Yeah, God, I can't fucking wait to have this on the 4K. Did you guys see it in the IMAX?
We did indeed see it in IMAX, yeah. Didn't we? It felt like if we'd have not watched it in the IMAX, I'd have regretted not watching it in IMAX.
Yeah.
It feels like I don't think IMAX is for everything.
No.
But there's certain films where you go, no. Like Dune, for instance, the next Mission Impossible movie. I don't know if I'm that bothered about watching, for instance, Thor: Love and Thunder in IMAX.
No.
Sure.
But then, you know, we saw Akira last year in IMAX. That felt like, I need to see that in IMAX. And there's things like that. I don't think it needs to be every big film seen in IMAX. So I will be selective for it. But
You want to see Elvis on IMAX, don't you?
yeah. Because I think that, visually, is going to be stunning on IMAX. Whereas I think that something like Thor: Love and Thunder might just be a little bit
It might
like...
just
Just
highlight
the
its
visuals, but bigger.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like with Thor: Love and Thunder, like say Doctor Strange, like they do have it like it was shot in IMAX formats. So you do get more image on the top and bottom. But then it's like, but are you that bothered about more image on the top and bottom for those films? Like the Elvis is not shot in IMAX, but I would watch that in IMAX because of that screen and that sound. But Thor: Love and Thunder, despite the fact that it is shot framed in IMAX, I'm probably not that bothered about seeing it in IMAX, because what am I going to see? The top and bottom of some more CG filled in car park in Georgia. You know, Top Gun Maverick, it is fucking real. It's sky, it's land, it's fucking holy shit, they're up there.
Yeah.
You know, like God, I hope Joseph Kaczynski consents to having IMAX framing for the home video release, because God, it's the way. It's the way to watch this film.
It is, yeah.
Maybe 4DX, but you know, 4DX IMAX is what they need to do.
Oh God, can you imagine that? Jesus Christ.
You'd end up with broken bones.
I am tempted to go and see this in in 4DX.
Yeah.
Just because I just think it'd be fun. All the whooshing and bits. So much whooshing.
So much whooshing.
Yeah, like that that fan would be going pretty much the entire film.
It would be like watching a film in a hairdryer.
I find IMAX quite overwhelming, to be honest. It's so loud. So very loud.
It's just like, if you think it's overwhelming, try watching Tenet in the fucking front row.
I was a real rookie out of that.
I fucked up so bad. And I'm really pissed off with myself because I really, really like Tenet now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw somebody tweet the other day saying that like IMAX do just need to do a regular bring back popular films and play them on the IMAX, even if it's just like one showing in a week or something like that. Just do it and let people enjoy that shit. Because God, I would watch Tenet again. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I think that I don't think that'd be a bad idea to just basically go. We've got this IMAX screen. There isn't actually always going to be something on it. So in between the big IMAX releases, go. Here's Tenet again. Here's June again. Here's fucking I don't know. The fucking Batman movie. Just Nolan movies, basically. Here's 1917 again.
Yeah.
But you know those. Batman's a good shout, though. I mean, like, God, The Dark Knight in IMAX, I'd fucking love to see that. I need to talk to my... Oh, shit. I was in the office today. My boy Paul went to the BFI IMAX, like, the really fucking big one to watch Top Gun Maverick. And I forgot to ask him, Paul, if you're listening to this, can you fucking text me and tell me how that was? I bet that was fucking overwhelming. Because, like, the IMAXs that we see are big... But the one in the Manchester Printworks in the fucking BFI, holy shit!
Yeah, I don't know what size. I don't know what size the York City that's
Big, innit?
Yeah. Let me have a check, see if I can find
it. Because it's like I never used to go to the Cardiff one because I always thought of it as fake IMAX, but like a lot of these films do take advantage of the expanded scope, and it is big. It is bloody big. It isn't like the Manchester Printworks. I remember we saw Prometheus and Pacific Rim there, and Pacific Rim in particular, like, and I think like it felt like you were fucking in it. Like it was really, really, really immersive, and I've never had that with the IMAX down the bay. But it's better than I gave it credit for.
So it's 23 by 18. Yeah, the Printworks
The
is just
York one.
No, Printworks is just a little bit bigger than the York one. The York one's 22.29 by 16.81.
What the fuck? Can you look? I don't know what you're looking at. Can you look up what the Cardiff Bay one is?
I'll have a look. Cardiff.
I just completely fucking misremembered this.
Yeah,
then
IMAX.
The Manchester Printworks one, I remember being fucking huge.
Cardiff Bay IMAX screen size is 16.8 by 7.9.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm not going mad then.
Let's have a check. BFI IMAX screen size. Fuck, this is some fucking.
No, this is what people fucking listen for. And if you don't,
20 by
I'm sorry,
26. The IMAX, the BFI one.
So the Printworks is bigger than the BFI.
No, the Printworks is slightly smaller.
Oh, slightly smaller.
Slightly
Okay.
smaller.
Fucking hell, but your one is only a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I need to come to York.
Fucking hell, that's fucking huge.
I need to come to York at some point. I need to see that.
Yep.
I need to do something. We need to plan something out for maybe like next summer or something.
Yeah,
like
we all
fuck
stay in
it, Mission
York.
Impossible.
Yeah, we'll all go.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Yep. Right. Well, that's... Yeah.
Oh, one other thing I did want to say.
What?
Miles Teller is great casting as Goosey's kid.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. Do you know what? Sorry, because we've tangented like no one's business. But Miles Teller, right? I don't think I like the guy very much, but like fair fucking play. I thought he was great in this.
Yeah.
He's no Glenn Powell, but I thought he was. And like there was kind of like speculation about Glenn Powell and Miles Teller, which one of those roles they were going to have. Miles Teller definitely better casting for Anthony Edwards' son.
Yeah.
And it lets Glenn Powell just be that character who I'd like to fuck quite badly. So that's fine. But Miles Teller is really, really good in this.
Yeah, he is.
And good on him.
Yeah. I mean, it's a definitely not shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
It is, yeah.
And it just also music by, what was it? Hans Zimmer and Harold Faltermeyer and Lady Gaga.
Yeah, with the score produced by Lorne Belf.
Yeah, with the score just produced by the guy who does the fucking Mission Impossible scores now.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's one of Gaga's producers.
Just chef's kiss, and Hold My Hand needs to be the best original song Oscar winner.
Oh yeah. Our audience poll.
Also, sorry, no. Jennifer Connelly is good in a underwritten role and is just like nuclear grade hot.
She is ridiculously hot.
It is fucking like that. Is
you actually turned around and said that to me, didn't you?
Ridiculous.
During the film.
I did also turn to you and say she's so thin now.
Yeah, you did.
So very
But
thin.
earlier on, before that, you did turn around to me and say,
Well, she just is though, but she always kind of has been.
"Yeah, she always has been." Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't feel like I've done Top Gun Maverick justice in this. It just visually, just one of the most arresting things, but just so fucking entertaining and knows exactly what it's doing all the time. And Tom Cruise, like you said, Bex, just so lived in that role.
Yeah.
And he's a badass, but he's not cocky. He's learned from Top Gun.
Yeah.
He's matured. And like just the whole I don't like the look. I don't like the look on your face, Mav. It's the only one I've got. You know, it's just the way he says that. Not cocky, just like almost kind of like resigned. Like, I'm gonna do this. You know, let's just see how it goes. I might die, but fuck it. I'm gonna have fun. Let's go.
That's it. He's so spooked
Yeah,
by what happens to Goose and feeling responsible for that he doesn't put other people in danger. He's quite happy to put himself in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
And he just want.
that opening scene as well, that opening like sequence as well, though, where he's trying to find that plane beyond a certain what is it?
Mark 10, isn't it?
He's fucking he's fucking good. It's so tense.
Yeah, it is. There we go. There's the peril.
Yeah, there's probably more peril
Yeah.
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
But and just like the end where it's like, thank you for saving my life. Like that line, it's just so direct and so pure. I'm fucking tearing up just saying it. And it's just such a simple line on the page. And then just when Miles Teller says, it's what my dad would have done. Or, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Like, wowee. You know, and the thing is, it's cheesy and it probably shouldn't work. But it does because that film is just so immaculately crafted, but not in a cynical way. It feels like it's made with love. It feels like it's made by people who give a shit. And I keep on talking about The Rock, but like when he's just like, when I was 10 years old, I used to play a lot of Rampage, and it meant a lot to me. My father used to give me these quarters, and I'd spend hours playing it. And now I'm honoured to play the nature reserve guy who befriends a big monkey. You know, it's not that. It's not that. It's people who fucking care. You know, it's people at the top of their game making a film to entertain people, but not talk down to them, not fucking pander or patronise. Just there you go. Hopefully, I've done it justice now. I don't think if there's a better film, maybe there's going to be a better film next year, but our end of the year, but our lists are completely subjective at the end of the year.
Yep.
If something does better than Top Gun Maverick for me, holy shit. And just to say, last thing, we have difficulty sometimes, like really getting on like what are the films of the year in the first half of the year because they tend to come in the second half.
Yes.
If you give me an end of year where my top three is a mix of The Northman, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Top Gun Maverick, I'm going to tell you, thank you very much, I'm done.
Fuck yeah! It's been a really strong first 5 months to the year.
Yeah, it has.
And usually, like you say, you'd be there going, I don't think I've got like a 4. I've got me like 1 4-star movie so far this year.
It's like where we say, like, if this film is in my top 10 at the end of the year, fair play, but I'm hoping for more. It's not that. If any of those are edged out of my top 3, then fuck me, let's go.
That's it. Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
It is.
Our audience,
and I
though,
don't even like Top Gun that much. 7 out of 10. It's a fucking marvel. Sorry, go on.
Well, our audience poll is definitely not shit 80%, touching cloth 7%, and shit 13%.
Fucking movies, guys. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hey Hannah, I think you really can't beat a good rewatch of a TV show. Would you agree with that, love?
Oh, yes, I would.
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I think during, global pandemics, storms, all of these things, it's quite nice to just sit down and burn through something that you've seen a million times.
Absolutely, nothing like a binge watch.
Star Trek.
Babylon 5.
Because you could sit there for hours looking at serial killer documentaries.
Absolutely, that
Netflix.
doesn't make you a weird person at all.
It doesn't. Yeah, you could watch documentaries that all seem to be about women killing men.
Love you, darling.
You could put off watching Daredevil for the 30th time.
Harry Potter.
But really, you can't beat immersing yourself in the warm jumper of a rewatch of a show or a franchise.
Beloved franchise.
A beloved franchise.
Lord of the Rings.
Twin Peaks. From VHS compilations recorded off television, with the ad breaks, cut out of course, to DVD box sets of Sex and the City and, I don't know, Smallville.
Farscape.
Quantum Leap. To giving up finding new content on Netflix and just having a comfort trawl through Star Trek The Next Generation or Parks and Recreation. I think that we can all agree.
There's a lot to be said for that.
You can't beat a good rewatch. So, with that in mind, join
Hannah
and Mike from Chinstroker vs. Punter as we burn through some of our favourite franchises and share our immediate reactions to each instalment in both spoiler and non-spoiler sections. To do that, do a search for the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whichever your favourite podcast provider may be, or go directly to anchor.fm/rewatch project. We are proud members of the Pod Syndicate family of podcasts.
Have you ever wondered what so-called family films will scar your kids forever?
Putting 4 and 5-year-olds in front of this movie, it's like, if they didn't know what death was before this, they're going to know it after it.
They're going to know it after it, and they're going to be freaking terrified.
And they're going to be questioning you.
Yeah.
Or do you have the slight suspicion that your loved one has a cold, dead heart?
Yeah, the Dark Knight has got like all the orphans, and like, oh no, we're going to die. They did not build up those orphans at all. In my head, it's like, kill them.
Then look no further. The His Film Her Movie podcast is the show for you. It's the movie podcast that celebrates the contrasting cinematic tastes of its hosts. So join Jordan and Lauren every week on their unique journey through the land of the silver screen. So if you're looking for a few laughs, some fun film related chat, then get involved. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ian, what have you been watching?
Let's talk about some more movies. Oh my god. Jesus fucking wept. I bet my heart rate's up like a motherfucker right now. Let's go.
I'm going to go get a drink because I've literally not watched anything except for the movies we've already reviewed.
Because you've done a lot of reading.
Have done a lot of
Why
reading.
have you done a lot of reading, Rebecca?
I've got a new chair.
And it's your...
It's changed my life. It's my reading chair.
How many books? Genuinely, Becky said to me about the chair that she hadn't read enough because she didn't have a reading chair.
Or bookshelves.
Or bookshelves. We bought a reading chair, we bought bookshelves, put them the same day, didn't we?
Yeah.
And how many books have you read since in the... Is it a week? It's a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many books have you read?
3.
3.
Hell yeah, good for you.
It's a good curling up chair. You've seen it, haven't you, Ian?
Oh yeah.
Right. I might put the cat on it for scale and send you a picture of it later because I
There's a
don't
book
think.
on it. There's a book on it that'll give scale.
Right, I'll send you a picture for scale. It is.
Yeah, all right.
And it's a proper curly up chair. It's a reading chair. That's what it is. So yeah, I've been pretty shit on film. Look how dwarfed that book is in that picture.
Oh, let's have a look now. All right. Sorry, listeners. Yeah, all right. Jesus Christ. That looks like a book read for a midget. Well, not midget, like a fucking Gulliver's Travels person.
Yeah.
Wow, wee.
It's big.
That's a big chair.
It's tall as well. It's really tall.
Bloody hell. God, you could sleep on that.
Yeah. Except you wouldn't, because you'd be reading. Because it's a reading chair.
Oh, that's great. Good on you.
Thanks.
Do try and watch one or two things next week, Bex. Come on now.
Well, we were doing a double Baz Luhrmann, so I feel like that's partly an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll attempt to watch a movie from my reading chair, but that just sounds fucking wild, to be fair.
Yeah, that sounds difficult.
Yeah.
I understand.
Might have to sit on the sofa like a you.
No, you don't have my sofa in it, mate. You can fuck right off. I've got a right comfy laid position. Right, go and get a drink.
Oh yeah.
Get me one while you're at it.
So I've done a couple of thematic runs, so I'll do the odd ones out first. So actually on the Tom Cruise Joseph Kosinski train. By the way, Joseph Kosinski directed the fuck out of Top Gun Maverick. Good on him.
Yes.
We didn't really talk about him at all, but like wow, man, like fucking crafting that, fair play. So I watched. I took another go at Oblivion.
How did that hold up? Because I've hovered over it, but I remember finding it a bit of a slog, but a pretty slog.
So this is the thing, right? That film is completely style over substance, but man, that style.
That's it. I remember getting about halfway through it and thinking, this is what if WALL-E was boring.
I think that's harsh, personally.
Yeah, because
so
I think it might. I think I might be being too harsh. I think I might have watched it in a grump.
Actually, funnily enough, I'm going to talk about a film later that I think I watched first time in a grump. So interesting. So yeah. It'd be interesting to see if people are like. I feel like I'm pretty jazzed tonight, but I'm also like I think now 5 or 6 beers deep. I've lost count. So whether it's that, but I'm gonna keep this train rolling.
Let's keep it going, man.
Bank holiday Wednesday. What is time anymore? It's it's not Bank holiday Wednesday, but it's like either the bank holiday and it's a Wednesday. I don't know what's happening, so I'm enjoying it. So Oblivion, style over substance, but this film is nearly 10 years old. Came out in 2013, and I swear to God, you could release this film now and go, yeah, this looks like a film that was made now. Like, just in terms of, like, the production design, it's basically like, what if the Apple Store was evil? And that still works. That's the thing. It still works. The score, it is fucking incredible and really, really invites you into the world. The story, it's got the whole kind of like, how do we make Tom Cruise be relatable? He's a fan of baseball and he's going to have some baseball references. It was kind of like that time where it was like, how do we get Tom Cruise to be a bit of an everyman?
Yes.
And it was like, whereas now it's like, no, you get Tom Cruise to be the person who's been around the block in a fucking insane environment, and he's just in that insane environment but kind of used to it, which is what Tom Cruise is good at in an action sense. So I don't think they get that balance right here, but the action is decent, it looks amazing, it sounds amazing. Cruise himself is good. Andrea Riseborough is great in it. Olga Kurylenko is actually like the real love interest, but she's outclassed by Andrea Riseborough because she is playing someone who is just absolutely wants to stay in the Matrix. essentially, and is heartbroken that her partner doesn't want to. And that's an interesting line in the film, which is played more than I remembered it was. And yeah, I quite like Oblivion. I don't think it's amazing, don't get me wrong, but I've got time for it. So, yeah, Oblivion. And I watched Yesterday.
Yesterday?
So this was the rarest of things. Lottie saying, "Shall we all watch a movie?" Which never fucking happens. And I think she was throwing me a bone, bless her.
Jennifer Garner?
Yeah. So, this was a Netflix film that came out, I think, last year. And it's basically a family film where Jennifer Garner and Edgar Ramirez are parents to 3 kids, including Jenna Ortega, who was the sister in Scream, who in this film is playing a 14-year-old. Which is weird, because I don't think the sister in Scream is supposed to be that fucking young, and I don't think Jenna Ortega is that fucking young.
Yeah, no, she'll have been like 17 when it was made.
Yeah, doesn't particularly look... I'm not saying I was like, oh, she looks like a fuckable 14-year-old, but she just, like, I'm not saying that. It's just like she looked older than 14. It was kind of weird. But, yeah, so they're having trouble with their kids, and they are told that, oh, you should give the kids a yes day, where basically you say yes to anything they ask.
That's a terrible idea.
To get it out of their systems. Yeah, it's a really bad idea, and I haven't wanted to watch it with lots for the last year, because it was like, she's going to ask for one, and then what are we going to do? And literally 5 minutes in, she was like, okay, when can I have a yes day?
No.
But, well, no, bless her. She likes rules. So she's written a set of rules that we've agreed for, like, limitations. And then we're going to work around them. And to be fair, she's been quite harsh on herself. And I think we'd probably be able to deal with it okay.
So there's no hookers and no
so,
cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of the rules. But yeah, so the thing is, Jennifer Garner is great, and she's really charming. She's really warm, and you feel for her. Like, there's a moment where one of her kids kind of like calls her out on like, "You're only doing the yes day because you want to control us," blah blah blah. And I was like, no, she's doing this to fucking... This thing she's just done is to protect you. Fuck off, kid. Which is a great delineation line between children and adults. But yeah, she was charming. Edgar Ramirez was good. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Like, Lottie was really, really into it. I'm sure kids are. It's not for me, but I didn't hate my time with it.
Well, it's not for me, but then again, it's not made for me, so why should it be for... It shouldn't be a criticism that it's not for me.
Exactly. Okay, next, in preparation for Jurassic Park Dominion, Jurassic World Dominion, sorry, I was planning on spacing these out a bit more, but I ended up watching the 3 original trilogy films this week.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So, Jurassic Park, I've probably talked about Jurassic Park multiple times. It's basically the most important film in my film watching life. And it sounded good with the soundbar, I'll say that. Did some solid virtual surround work. And yeah, I don't need to talk about Jurassic Park. I would like to talk about the Lost World Jurassic Park, though. So, this is a film that I haven't watched nearly as much, and is a film that was, very poo-pooed. It was very, very disappointing at the time in the cinema. I went to see it, and I was like, that wasn't Jurassic Park, because I just wanted more Jurassic Park, and The Lost World is not more Jurassic Park. What The Lost World is a mean little fucker of a sequel that gives no fucks for the wonder of Jurassic Park, aside from basically one shot early on, and instead really does play on just how dangerous this shit is. There are a lot of people in it, and a lot of them get fucking offed. there is Peter Stormare is a motherfucker to these little dinosaurs, but the drawn out way that his character is oft is something. It is a dark film, which also has the harebrained decision to go, okay, let's have a T-Rex rampage San Diego at the end, and it be done in less than 20 minutes, instead of, I don't know, having dinosaurs rampaging around the city maybe be an entire third film. Which is, in a way, what Dominion is actually going to do.
Yeah.
Also, Janusz Kaminski shoots the living shit out of this. Like, Dean Cundy, very, very good cinematography in the first one, and it's very light and it feels natural and it really helps blend the CG in. The Lost World mainly takes place at night once the action starts going, but Kaminski is using kind of like floodlights, moonlight, and it looks awesome. Even early on, there's like a scene where they're like setting up all the equipment and stuff in this warehouse, and it just looks great. It looks so classy, and it just lends this air. But it's interesting though, like the John Williams score is like low key as well. Like they literally only play the main theme, I'm pretty sure, at the end of the film.
The thing is, I've seen this film a couple of times, but I genuinely cannot remember it at all. It's one of those, I think, if I rewatch it and I start watching it, it'll come back. But right now, I cannot remember it at all.
It's not Jurassic Park, but I like it. It's that there's a set piece where there's this trailer and like two T-Rexes are trying to like knock it over a cliff, which is fucking amazing. It is so tense. Goldblum, I like. Julianne Moore is good. Vince Vaughn's fine. Pete Postlethwaite is fucking brilliant. He's really, really good in it, actually. Very locked in. And yeah, I really like The Lost World. There we go. And then I watched Jurassic Park 3. And so Jurassic Park is about 2 hours. The Lost World is about 2 hours 10. Jurassic Park 3 before credits is 84 minutes.
What?
Yep.
That's the one that wasn't directed by Spielberg, isn't it?
It's Joe Johnston.
Is it Joe Johnston?
So
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. So this film is like, people didn't like The Lost World. How are we going to get people to like Jurassic Park 3? Let's have 12 different variations on dun da 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 da, like all sorts. So where the second one is like, we're not going to do that because this film is not Jurassic Park, it's a darker bit of work. This is like when people are going into danger, dun 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 da 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 da.
It's not John Williams either, is it?
Oh no! So it's his themes, and then Don Davis, the composer of The Matrix, does some score bits. But I tell you what, all you remember is just like da 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 da, like fast or slow or with a bit of a military background. God, yeah, there's a bit at the end where like the military come onto the beach and they do that score, but with like a military, like an army drum beat under it. It's like, fuck my life. So Jurassic Park 3, I think, is fine. It's straight up, it's a creature feature. Like, once they land on the island, it's basically set piece, bit of talking for a couple of minutes, set piece, bit of talking for a couple of minutes, set piece. Like, it really is just that. And some of the set pieces are decent. There's a great one where it's like really misty and they're going over a bridge and then some flying dinosaurs are about, and that's fantastic. But the Lost World is called out for being quite dumb, but Jurassic Park 3 has a sequence where They are... the people are separated. One group goes to another group because they hear a ringtone. And they're like, oh, how do you find us? Oh, because the ringtone. I don't have the phone. And then they hear it, and then they turn round, and it's a dinosaur, because the dinosaur had eaten the phone. They turn round, and at the point the ringtone goes, they notice a dinosaur behind them. Like a big fucker. And I remember that from seeing it in the cinema, and just thinking, like, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. So, people can criticise The Lost World for being stupid. That, in Jurassic Park 3, is the dumbest moment in Jurassic Park film, and it's not even fucking close. Also, this one has Tia Leone in it, giving one of the worst performances I may have ever seen.
Is she?
She is fucking terrible, and she's supposed to have a prior relationship with Fargo-era William H. Macy. No, I do not buy it. One bit. No. What? No. No. So, Jurassic Park 3, it's fine. But it seems like people are like, well, Lost World's not very good, but Jurassic Park 3 is secretly good. Nah, mate, you got that twisted. So, there we go. Jurassic Park Original Trilogy. I will be watching the next two within the next week. And finally, I did me and Alex Garland catch up pre-Men. So, I watched Ex Machina. Ex Machina is horny. Alex Garland had blue
what did
balls
you say, Becky?
throughout the entire production of that film.
When I said that I mentioned said that Ian's watching Ex Machina, what did you say to me?
I think I said it's a horny film, didn't I?
You did say it's a horny film.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't remember exactly how I worded it.
Like, the thing is, that film... So, spoilers for Ex Machina, but that film is Oscar Isaac gets Domhnall Gleeson over to his, like, compound to do a Turing test with this robot. And in the end, it's to prove that the robot can basically, essentially kind of, like, seduce this guy into helping her try to break free. But then Oscar Isaac is surprised when it works and doesn't seem to have any fail-safes to if she does break free, what happens then. I don't get... If that's not what Oscar Isaac was actually doing, I don't get what he was. Because the whole thing is like trying to prove that it has a consciousness and is using all its wiles to get out, which is proven. But to what end? Alicia Vikander, like, Oscar Isaac's treated her horribly. He should surely know she's gonna hurt him. But it just, by the end of the film, it's like, well, that just went wrong, and obviously it went wrong. But, yeah, I don't know, when Domhnall Gleeson says to him at the end, like, did you base her face off my, like, porn likes, to paraphrase, or porn views, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, wowee. So he just designed this robot that Domhnall Gleeson was going to want to fuck. So it actually tips the fucking scale, because... The robot is already attractive to Domhnall Gleeson because it's got a face he likes anyway. So I honestly, by the end of it, I was just like, I actually don't get what the point, like what the thrust of the plot was, other than Alex Garland would really like to have some shots of Alicia Vikander looking at herself full frontal for like 30 seconds of unbroken shot. And while we're at it, let's have the other woman who's in it be full frontal for no fucking reason whatsoever. But it's about robots, so it's intelligent. I don't hate Ex Machina. I think it's well acted. I think the visual effects are fucking astonishing. like really, really good. But Alex Garland's got a lifetime pass for me. He wrote Sunshine, and I just don't get it with Ex Machina. I do kind of need someone to explain it to me.
So you really like it, don't you, Bex?
Yes.
And I didn't get on with it.
No.
But Bex, and like, I'm not meaning to put you on the spot here because I'm trying to understand, but what is your interpretation of what Oscar Isaac is actually trying to accomplish in that film?
Oh, it's a long while since I watched it. I think he just...
Okay, that's fine, don't worry.
My reading of it was that he just wants someone to come along and boost his ego about this awesome fucking thing that he's made, and never thinks that he's going to turn on him in preference of a robot against a human. I think he sees her as lesser because he made her. So he never kind of thinks that she will do that.
So, yeah. It just, like, there's the scene towards the end where, like, Donald Gleason's trying to get him to drink vodka. And he's like, no, I'm going to go on the water. And it's like, I saw you, I could hear you talking to her, I put a mic in the room, blah, blah, blah. I played you. And then it's like, okay, well, fine, but so what's the point? But then again, thinking about it, he's then, I already put in these fail safes, blah, 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 and then Donald Gleason's like, well, I knew you were going to do that, so I did this thing beforehand, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it is, Oscar Isaac is so high on his own supply that he just doesn't ever consider that either of those characters were gonna do these things.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's supposed to be like his arrogance is what is his undoing kind of thing.
Right. Do you know what? You Bex, you just unlocked it for me. Thank you. No, straight up, that actually makes all the sense in the world. So he was just gonna be like, right, Donald Gleason, I called you out, but I've put these lockdown things in place, so she's stuck in there. You, my boy, are fucked. Fuck you. You're fired, whatever. But no, Donald Gleason outsmarted him. Fuck. Okay. I'm still... The full frontal stuff is still a bit like Alex Garland, mate. You're alright. But fair
again,
play.
I think that's meant to be kind of like, because she's a robot, look at what a good job he did of making this robot look like a real human.
There's a bit of a male gazy aspect to it for me.
I mean, he's making a Alicia Vikander sex bot, so yes, of course there is.
Yeah, and am I just being one of those whiny people? It's like, films can't be sexy anymore. God, am I the problem? Anyway, I'm going to think on this, Bex. Thank you, because that actually, maybe Ex Machina is actually really good, which ties into Annihilation. This is my last one for the week. Don't worry. So, we reviewed Annihilation, I believe, a few years back.
Yes.
And I had a massive fucking stick up my arse. I remember liking Annihilation, but being like, yeah, it's alright. Don't really see what the people are fucking creaming themselves over. Annihilation is a fucking banger. And I really regret my previous opinions of it. That film has got some complex shit going on in it, and I read up on it after, and I didn't on Ex Machina, and maybe I should have, quite frankly, but I read up on it after, and it was like, yeah, alright, that's really interesting, I kind of understand what's going on now, that's fucking deep, but not in a look how clever I'm being way. There is shit in that film that I straight up had forgotten, because I think my mind just went, yeah, you don't need to know that. The bit where Oscar Isaac on video is just like with a knife, like cutting open his mate's chest. I'm like, what the fuck? I honestly couldn't remember. What the fuck's going on here? He opens up his chest. like lifts the flap, and it's just a fucking moving, like, massive, like, tapeworm thing circulating around the guy's fucking inner body.
I don't like that.
Jesus Christ. And then but then, like, it cuts from that, and then the reaction is, like, the person holding the camcorder just fucking drops it and just walks off, and it's like, nope, I'm done. And it's like, yeah, alright, because that is exactly the reaction you'd have. Like, absolute. And then somebody's like, it was just a trick of the light. It's like a trick of the light. Great. But then also, the bear thing that attacks the woman, and then in her death throes, her voice kind of merges with the fucking DNA of the bear, and then the bear becomes a bear that whenever it opens its fucking mouth and makes a noise, it's the fucking death rattle of this woman.
Yeah, alright, I think I need to rewatch this again.
Fucking hell!
We've all been a bit miserable.
I tell you what, Annihilation has got shit going on. It's real good. It is, and the sequence at the end, which I remember just being like, oh, he's just fucking dropped off a cliff here. This is some fucking wanky bullshit. Nah. Now I fucking click with what's going on there. Nah, not at all. That's fucking cool. Stunning that Paramount paid for that fucking film. Stunning. And now, I was looking forward to Men, but in a kind of like, alright, let's just see what this is going to be then. Now, I'm like, Ex Machina. Bex has just turned me on Ex Machina. Annihilation is a fucking banger. Probably one of the best films released that year, if I'm honest. Men, let's go. I'm all the way turned round.
Good, because it's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, Friday. I'm going to go see it Friday, and I'm really, really looking forward to being the only person in the cinema watching it.
Yep.
That's me. Seriously, Annihilation, guys, before Men. Give it another go.
Yeah, I think we might do it.
Yeah.
Right, you've not watched it, have you, Bex?
No.
Nope. I've watched a couple. So, I rewatched Role Models.
Nice.
Role Models is funny and fun, and also definitely is one where, yeah, comedy was different in the mid-noughties. Excuse me. Yeah, it's Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott doing each of their individual things, but being quite funny together at it. It's kind of quite sweet in a lot of ways, but then also very much kind of what you're expecting from these guys. Yeah, I had a fun enough time rewatching it, but yeah, it's definitely not one that I think if people started rewatching it again, they'd go, ooh, yeah, there's a lot wrong with comedy around the mid-noughties, wasn't there? Talking about things that were wrong in the mid-noughties.
I mean, the 40-year-old virgin, like, how I know you're gay. And just like the minutes of improv they had on that.
The fact that one of the deleted scenes from that is the extended version of that, and it's about 4 minutes long. However, a great one is the Paul Rudd one of, do you know I know you're gay? You like Coldplay. So
we're going to be cancelled for laughing,
bud. I rewatched 21, and I like 21. It's a fun movie. I like poker movies for some reason. It's a weird little subgenre that I kind of dig, right? I like 21. So I'm watching 21. And Jim Sturgis is very good in it. Larry Fishburne's good in it. And Kate okay, Bosworth is fun in it, but I'm watching going, God, I know he's a Roman, but Spacey, I do kind of miss how, he is really, he can be very charismatic, and he plays a good arsehole. And I was thinking, is the, not should we have a Kevin Spacey redemption? We shouldn't.
No.
But I was thinking, I've kind of, in a little bit of a way, avoided watching the Kevin Spacey movies because he's kind of tainted his own legacy a little bit. I was starting to come around to the bit of going, is it about time that we kind of I looked at it and went, well, do you know what? No, it's okay to watch The Usual Suspects and bits like that.
Yeah.
Literally the fucking next day, what happens?
Yeah.
He gets charged with 4 offences. I was like, yep, picked the wrong fucking week to have my is it okay to watch Kevin Spacey movies epiphany.
Oh, you won't get out of it, will you?
No.
If you're watching old ones.
21 is still a fun little fucking slicer movie. I enjoyed it, but it's way too long. It's touching 2 hours long. Then another movie that is way too long. That isn't even that long. I genuinely, when I said this, I thought this movie was 2 and a bit hours long, and it's not. It's not even 2 hours long. Paycheck. What are you looking at, Max?
Fucking Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
Uma Thurman. Wow, wait, all right.
Right. Yeah.
See the bad guy in
he's
it?
not. The bad guy is
Okay,
Aaron
I don't
Eckhart.
remember it at all.
Um,
Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought that sounded wrong.
Paul
Cool,
Giamatti
cool.
he's like his mate who is like his sidekick mate. Yeah, Paycheck's a bit boring, which is sad because it's John Woo, and John Woo's not boring. But Paycheck is kind of boring. It is Ben Affleck in the most Ben Affleck of just so. The whole idea of it is that he's like this great engineer, right? And then what companies do is they hire him to essentially reverse engineer their competitors' products, but then so that nobody finds out that's what they've done, he has to have his memory wiped afterwards, so he doesn't know and he just gets paid for it. And it's a bit like...
Yeah, he gets rebooted, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he gets rebooted. He just gets his memory of that, of the amount of time it took him to do this.
Yeah.
Wiped.
Yeah, I do
But
remember this film.
It's a bit like, hang on a minute, wait, are we trying to pretend that companies don't just do that?
I don't think they wipe their memories, though.
No, but that they don't just openly rip each other off. No. It's just a bit daft. And then also as well, right, now I'm going to preface this beforehand by saying Uma Thurman is an attractive woman.
Weird feet.
Right? But there's a scene in the movie where Ben Affleck is at a party and there's all these attractive women walking by him, but then his eyes are caught by Uma Thurman because it's Uma Thurman. And I was watching going, right, Uma Thurman's an attractive woman. But A, she doesn't look attractive there because you've done something mental with her hair. And B, all the other women were way more attractive.
Wow, Mark. Pitting women against women now, are we?
On the movie pitting women against women.
Okay.
I'm commenting on the fact that just because it's Uma Thurman, what it makes her better than these other women that were just fucking wallpaper to him. I'm on the side of the people who aren't Uma Thurman.
The wallpaper.
The apparent wallpaper, yeah. It's Ben Affleck in the most, to quote a line from Role Models that I watched earlier in the week. You white, you Ben Affleck. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why I watched Paycheck. So to wash out the weirdness of me going down a mid-noughties fucking hole for some reason, I watched Molly's Game as well. Because I know you don't really like Molly's Game.
Nice.
Do you?
I don't really like Jessica Chastain.
Because you don't like Jessica Chastain. And essentially, it's Jessica Chastain, playing just a bitch in it.
Just basically just porn then for you.
It was a little bit, yeah. It is a little bit. A bitch who happens to be ridiculously smart and quite kind of manipulative, but also a fucking mess. It is, yes, it is. It is. It's ticking a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
You're throwing Reddit in there as well, so.
I know.
Yep. Yep, there's quite something rewatching this. I really enjoy Molly's Game. I think it's really fucking good. It's got that Sorkin patter to it in terms of the script that works really well. Chastain is better in this than the movie she won an Oscar for, and she was nominated for this and should have won. I like the fact that Idris Elba is playing an actual character, an actual person, rather than Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Because Idris Elba is a very good actor when he's not playing Idris Elba.
That's all he can do, isn't it?
No, he can't. He's actually a really good actor. The problem is, he's had these little periods of just being Idris Elba in things, where he's got that slight, I've got to prove how masculine I am to him, which is a bit weird because it doesn't feel like it's him.
Yeah.
Because he can do things like this where he's great in it. And he gets a really good sort of moment of speech in it, where he has this big monologue, and it is a really well delivered monologue. Also, as well, a little bit of Bill Camp in there, who is always great in everything he's in. I think he had like a strong year this year. I think he was in like 3 or 4 movies where he was just fucking great in all of them. Because he's Bill Camp, but he's always good at stuff. But yeah, Molly's Game still retains being fucking great. Also, about poker as well. I didn't realise that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Another poker movie.
I don't like watch Rounders.
I'll watch Rounders with you.
Every time I suggest watching Rounders, you say
Good
no.
shout.
Is Rounders the one with Matt Damon?
Yeah.
I like Rounders.
Rounders is great.
Yep.
Yep.
Why'd you keep on saying no,
Yeah,
Becky?
motherfucker.
Yeah, he suggests it on like nights where you need an entertaining, like not really think about a movie, and he'll be like,
really
"Oh, but
entertaining.
Rounders." No.
It's really entertaining though. Right, that's everything I've watched. So let's get to Twitter and see what questions we have.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
have a little look. Well, I asked the question of folks to give us their top 5 Tom Cruise movies. We only had one response, but I do like the response we had. Rick J. Kidd. 5, All the Right Moves. 4, Collateral. 3, Interview with the Vampire. 2, Top Gun Maverick. Whoa, fucking coming in there. And number 1, Mission Impossible Fallout. Guys, what are yours?
I didn't even know this was the question you'd asked. I should have.
Well,
There's so many.
look at you.
So, I'm not a massive student of early Tom Cruise. Actually, it's a bit of a blind spot. Yeah. In all honesty, so I say that with that there, but because you got Eyes Wide Shut, Collateral, Jerry Maguire, Fallout, Maverick. Oh shit! Is that my 5?
5, yeah.
Oh no, but Magnolia.
Yeah, so I've got Magnolia, Fallout, The Firm, Colour of Money, and I think I might have to throw in Rogue Nation in there as well.
It's funny to say The Colour of Money, because when Bex was saying earlier on about like the biggest gap between sequels, the only other thing I could fucking think of was The Hustler and The Colour of Money.
Yeah.
It's funny that it's Tom Cruise, but he's been around for so long. I suppose if it was going to be anybody, it would be Tom Cruise.
See, I really like The Outsiders and Legend. They're really early ones, aren't they? I love Legend. Legend would be in my top 5.
What else in your top 5 bets?
4 times.
Fallout, the Fallout trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, yeah, I don't know. I think it would be Eyes Wide Shut, Fallout, Maverick, Magnolia, Collateral. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
That's a strong 5.
It's just, he's so fucking good in Jerry Maguire, though.
I need to rewatch Jerry Maguire, but I'm always put off by the fact that it's so long.
It's very long, but God, it's good.
We do have some questions as well. Andrew Jones. What film sequel should Bob pop up in post Top Gun Maverick?
I reckon he should just be in every future Tom Cruise movie. So, like, I reckon he should be in the next Mission Impossible.
What, just as Bob?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just to say, I'm going to put my camera on for a second because I got some new glasses last week. But I looked at Bob and I was like, oh fuck, I think I've got the same glasses as Bob. Like, right, have a look at these fuckers.
Oh fuck, I think you do, mate.
I think they might be like basically the same glasses.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's good or not.
I mean, they're nice glasses. We need to
Tom Ford.
We need to find out if Tom Ford did the glasses for what is it? It'll be the thanks.
I think that might be the way. Sorry, I'm sorry, Andrew. What was the question again? Sorry.
What film sequels should Bob pop up in post Top Gun Maverick?
I just want him to be like, what's it? Is it Nathan in Mission Impossible? Is it?
I don't know which character you're meaning.
Like Tom Cruise's character.
Ethan,
that's it. What did I say?
Nathan's.
Yeah, I was close.
Nathan's Bing Rhymes character, isn't it?
I don't know. I just want him to be like
It need.
Ethan's wingman at some point, like when he's flying, which he will be doing at some point.
What it needs to be? Yeah, Top Gun 3, Bob - Revengeance.
I want to see. I want to see just like a buddy movie where Hangman just essentially says, "Bob, look, we've got to get you bolts up, mate. You can't be. While we're all fucking just fucking shorting it. You can't be fucking shirting it. Yeah. We're around. Don't cut it, Bob." And just them on like I want Richard Linklater to direct the first spin-off Top Gun movie, and it is just Glenn Powell for the entire film without his shirt on, just putting fucking Bob through his paces to get him buff.
God, could you boys have more of a hard on?
And it's called Everybody Wants Bob.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Tell me you wouldn't watch that fucking movie.
Sure.
You'd watch that movie, wouldn't you?
Of course I would.
Made that movie. There you go. If Netflix was still greenlighting fucking these kind of projects, we'd be watching that next year.
But slight like news tangent because we haven't gone long enough. But the whole kind of like Netflix saying they're not going to put their they're not going to put money into films that are basically vanity projects anymore. Okay, Netflix, you didn't win an Oscar for Best Picture after a few years of trying, so you're taking your ball and running home. That's absolutely fine. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah. It's like, I look forward to watching Knives Out 2 in the cinema.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if, Richard Linklater's Apollo 10.5, if you're just going to spunk that out, like, it's just no big deal whatsoever, maybe you don't deserve to have those nice things.
It's like, do you know what? The Irishman isn't the reason why you're losing subscribers.
No.
And we've been very nice to Netflix over the years.
Yeah. Shit now.
Yeah, we have. But the second it's like, oh shit, we're losing subscribers, it's like, wow, we're just paying much money for all these prestige films. To be fair, Netflix, maybe spending $150 million on The Irishman was spending too much money, but hey, you were chasing those Oscars at the time, weren't you?
That is a little bit. It's like Do you know what? It's not those. It's the fact that you no longer have a decent stack, or your algorithm has become so confused that you can't actually find what's on there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, like I said to you the other day, I was looking for Alan and Eva, and the only way I could find it eventually was to go through the Just Watch app. I literally typed in its name.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah. It's eating itself.
I mean, to be fair, I went on Mubi and tried to find the square, and it's not my fault that Mubi didn't know I was typing in the square, despite the fact I was probably typing it in a different streaming service and didn't realise. Mubi should have picked up on that.
To be fair. Rick Kidd, what 1980s film with no sequels that you want to see a delayed sequel to, and what would the story be? I am going to add you cannot say Big Trouble in Little China to this.
Why?
Because we would always say Big Trouble in Little China to this.
Alright. Blowout 2, It's a Good Scream. John Travolta discovers that Nancy Allen had a secret daughter who he raised and is now being... does something in her 20s which gets her involved in a conspiracy which he is now determined to save her so that he doesn't replicate the horrors of the end of Blowout.
Nice. I would watch the shit out of that. Is it directed by De Palma?
It's directed by Ian Lauren.
Becky.
Can I have Streets of Fire?
Motherfucker, yes you can, but I was going to say Streets of Fire, but you fucking stole it off me, but yes you can have it, because I went to you first. Go on, what's the story? This is fucking weird. I'm going to see if it's the same story I came up with.
No, it won't be. So the girl that he's teamed up with in the first one has secretly fallen in love with him, so she kidnaps him.
No.
Hey?
What? The girl that he teams up with, she's gay.
Yeah, but she's not in the sequel.
I'm pretty sure she is.
Oh no, she kidnaps Diane Lane and he has to save her again.
Yeah, no, mine was different.
Yeah, go on.
Mine was Ellen Ames comes back for like a reunion bit. And what would you know? Fucking Willem Dafoe's like, oh, my fucking chance again. Kidnaps her again.
That's just the same story again.
I know, I fucking watched the shit out of it. Michael fucking Parra just fucking turns up and goes, let's fucking do this again. And then just fucking rings Rick Moranis up and he's like, hey, you would even get Ed Begley Jr. in it as well.
I want to watch Streets of Fire now.
Yeah.
Not right now, because we're talking.
There we fucking go. Yeah. And Walter Hill gets to direct it again. But I can't have that because I give it to you. So I need to think of something else.
Well, you can have it because the story was different.
No, that's cheating. Well, we don't cheat our listeners out of things.
Okay.
So I need to think of something else.
Go on then.
I am thinking.
That you're thinking first.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Must fill in some time. What I think.
Do your Buffy song.
Because I can't remember any 80s movies now for some reason. My brain's gone completely dead. I could only remember Streets of Fire. And the one I'm looking at going, say Big Trouble in Little China. But I've literally just said we can't.
You're the one who set the rule.
Yeah, I set the rule because I thought I had a fucking locked in one with Streets of Fire. Did you just say it because the poster's there?
No.
Fuck. 80s movie. What movies released in the 80s?
Loads.
I'm drawing a total blank.
Oh my god.
It's killing me, this. Can't have had a sequel, can it?
No.
Right, give me 2 seconds. I will crack this. I will crack this. Fucking Dirty Dancing, the fucking sequel, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Go on.
Breakfast Club.
Let's call it like...
They go for
Supper
breakfast
Club.
as an actual reunion.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. There you fucking go. They just have this chat about how their lives went. What?
Yeah.
St. Elmo's fire. You'll have to have a reunion because St. Elmo's fire actually set on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you fucking go. The Lost Boys, they found them. There you fucking go.
I don't know why that's really.
Well, actually, yeah.
Sorry, Mark, that's not being a bit.
There's actually got sequels.
The Lost Boys 2, they found him. Sorry, that's great. Sorry.
Writing movies. That's a proper Howard, you've done it again.
That really. Sorry.
What are we covering next week, Ian?
Oh, come on. Fucking hell. Right. Yeah, so we're going to be... We made it to the end of the episode. I don't think it went as long as I thought it was going to. Well done, us. So, we are going to talk about Alex Garland's Men. Is Many Men. And we're going to be talking about Dashcam.
Do you know what I really, just very quickly on Men, do you know what I really like about Men? The fact that Rory Kinnear's doing all of the promo stuff for it because Jessie Buckley's on tour with Bernard Butler.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Does she sing?
What?
She sing?
Yeah, Jessie Buckley and Bernard Butler have got an album coming out this month.
I'm more interested in that than I am in watching Men, I'm not going to lie.
I'm really looking forward to Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks fucking... It just
yeah.
looks a bit nuts. And I think it's about time Rory Kinnear just got some fucking credit for being fucking great.
I really hope it's good, and I really hope it's as
Yep.
good as the first trailer made it look, and not as shit as the second trailer made it look. Where it just looks like a fucking Paul Whitehouse sketch show.
I'm just fully in with Alex Garland now. Like, I'm really, really, like, back in that tank. Becky, you've done it.
Yes, that and Dashcam then, yeah, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Dashcam.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that feels like it's been a long time coming as well. I played in LFF in October. And Rob was kind enough to offer me a screener at the time, and then I didn't get back to him because I had some shit going on, and I feel really, really bad about that because, like, I could have just DM'd him and said, yes, please, here's my email address. But instead, I'm going to pay to see it, so I actually feel better about that. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to owning that come Monday.
Yep.
Right,
yep.
so that episode was episode 446. Fucking got through it. Like motherfuckers. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and we shall speak to you next week. Thank you very much for joining, Rebecca.
Thanks for hosting, Mark.
And thank you very much for joining me, Ian.
Thank you very much, folks. I've got to say, I thought that was a banger of an episode. We always say after we stop recording, like, that was a good episode and whatnot. I thought that was a cracker, and I hope folks enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it, that's absolutely cool, but you just listened to it for the last 2 hours, so you probably need to think about yourself.
We hope you enjoy us a lot. We hope you enjoy us as much as we enjoy Glenn Powell.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I know. Bye.
Bye.